You are watching the CCRI channel from the Community College of Rhode Island, online at ccri.edu/channel.
Hello and welcome to CCRI Today. I'm your host, Morgan Judd, reporter for the CCRI channel. This is our first episode of the new semester and we want to thank you for joining us. Today we'll be looking at campus news, events, and sports. And now for our top story. Pete Reed, a former CCRI student, was killed while aiding civilians in Ukraine. Peter was working with an organization called Global Outreach Doctors in Ukraine when tragedy struck. While attending CCRI, Reed graduated with an associate's degree in emergency management and homeland security. CCRI President Megan Hughes recently said in a statement, "Peter Reed is a hero and we are grateful for his service and his sacrifice." In campus news, CCRI welcomes new Dean of Student Engagement, Jonathan Miller, who will join leadership teams supporting student life, athletics, and more. Later in the show, we'll talk to Miller's colleague, Amanda Alfano, the Night Campus Student Life Coordinator, and learn more about what's coming up for activities and clubs on campus. Now, a look at upcoming events on campus. February 22nd is Fast Food Night from 3 to 6 p.m. in the Night Campus Great Hall. Be sure to stop by if you have any questions about financial aid. February 28th is local hip-hop artist John Hope presents Hip Hop Now, Evolution of Hip Hop. 11 a.m. in Bobby Hackett Theater in Warwick. The CCRI channel will be simulcasting the event to all campuses. And just recently announced, the CCRI Student Film Festival will be taking place on Saturday, June 3rd, all day at the Night Campus. Entries are open to all CCRI students and recent alumni starting March 1st. More information can be found at ccri.edu/filmfestival. And finally, in sports. CCRI's men's basketball inches closer to playoffs following its 7th win in 9 games, 95-82 over Springfield Tech on February 16th. They followed this up with an 11-point loss to Northern Essex this past Saturday, but they're still above the 500 mark with a record of 14-13 going into the final home game against Bunker Hill on February 22nd. CCRI women's basketball closed out its regular season with a loss to Monroe College on Friday night, but that didn't put a damper on the dominant season win, with the team ranked 4th in the nation with a record of 19-5. Selections for the Division III National Championship Tournament will be announced in March. With the new spring semester now underway, our reporters spoke with students and staff and how it's going so far. First, we go to CCRI channel reporter Peyton Lewis, who spoke with students and tour guides at the Night Campus. Then we'll hear from Joanne Galliano from the Student Success Center. And now let's check it out.
Hello, my name is Peyton Lewis, and today we'll be interviewing students at CCRI Warwick campus on their experiences and their semesters here at CCRI. So if there was a place on campus that you wish you knew about before coming here, what would that place be?
Where Advising is. I just figured out where that is.
If I knew about the pottery class.
Honestly, the art studios, because you can spend a lot of free time in there. It's always open to the public. Whenever you need to go in there, you can just go in, chill out, or work on any work that you need to do. It's pretty chill there too altogether.
Were there any challenges you dealt with when enrolling?
Financial aid. They were kicking me.
I guess just coming up with a final decision, but I'm still not really making a final decision. I don't really know. I guess, the website, the CCRI website.
Yeah.
It's kind of a maze, but
yeah,
I'm slowly getting into that.
Not really. It was a pretty smooth process all in all. I got a lot of help from the advisors here. They got me in all the classes I needed right off the bat, so it was pretty smooth altogether, yeah.
Hi, my name is Peyton Lewis, and today I'm here with
Sasha and Elaine.
and they do tours here at CCRI. So why do you recommend every student take a tour before they go to CCRI?
I think it's essential so that we can prevent anxiety for incoming students. I know on my first day of school, I had no idea how to get to my classes, especially with the funny shape that CCRI is. It honestly looks like a spaceship. So tours really do help students have an idea and also, give them a future sense of what it's like to be a student here.
If there was a place on campus that you wish you knew about before you came to CCRI, what would that place be?
I think office hours. Professors offer time outside of the classroom to speak with students, and a lot of students aren't aware that they can just visit them and talk to them about grad school or just about like the topics that were covered in class that you may like struggle to understand. So I definitely think that that's an opportunity that students should take advantage of. It's a very interesting experience.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for interviewing with me today.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right, cool.
The Student Success Center is a place for students to go to receive tutoring and academic coaching. It's also a space on each campus of CCRI that students can find space to study, to meet with a study group, to use our whiteboards, to use our learning aids. Oftentimes, students feel like they need to be failing a class in order to get a tutor, which is not the case. Tutoring is for all students. For example, many students going into the healthcare programs, there may be a tie with having a higher grade in certain classes will increase your likelihood of being accepted into a program. So if you're earning a B in a class and you feel like, I really want to get an A in this class, you come see a tutor, as well as those individuals who might be really struggling mightily to understand the material. If you're there and you're feeling like, oh my God, I don't know what the teacher's talking about, that's the time to reach out and ask for help. The first person I encourage students to reach out to is the teacher. We deliver tutoring and academic coaching in different formats. So we're here to help students achieve success in their class. And we're also one of the larger departments on campus that hires a lot of student employees. We use peer tutors to provide tutoring to our students. It's a nice job to have if you're planning on transferring. I encourage students who have a passion for the subject that they're studying or just want to have that, help the next person coming along the path. We'll be happy to talk with you about being considered for a tutoring position here at the Success Center.
Welcome back to CCRI Today. I'm Morgan Judd, here to tell us more about what's happening on campus this semester. We're pleased to have Night Campus Student Life Coordinator Amanda Alfano here in the studio. Hello, Amanda.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Of course. So what is the Office of Student Life and what is your role there?
So Student Life really is like a one-stop shop for a lot of student engagement needs, activities that we do, and we work with all of the student clubs and organizations that we have on all 4 campuses, and that's my role there. I work with the team that we have built, a lovely team, to create different events for our students across the different campuses and make sure that we can help all the student groups and support them in whatever they need to be successful.
Nice. Sounds like a busy job.
It really is.
So speaking of the clubs, what types of clubs and activities are offered at CCRI?
So right now we have about 20 clubs, and they all kind of fit a couple different buckets. We have clubs that are more leadership-based, like student government, affinity or interest groups, like anime club or game club, and then we have more academic or honor societies such as Phi Theta Kappa or Collegiate Deca. So there's really something for everyone, and sometimes they host their own events, whereas our office will kind of fill in the gaps with different events like diversity inclusion events. We did a giant Guess Who game for LGBTQ plus History Month that was both fun and provided some information about that month. So we do a lot of different things, and you'll see it all on our social media.
Nice. So what are some of the benefits of getting involved with these activities outside of the classroom?
There are so many that I cannot list them all. However, really just helping build community is a huge one. As a commuter school, it can be really difficult to make friends outside of the classroom, and coming to events, joining clubs can really help with that, but it also helps develop skills. Depending on the type of event, we aim to try to build different types of skills. Leadership is a huge one, and all of these things look great on a resume too. So there's just, I mean, a plethora of different reasons you'd want to get involved.
Nice. And what's some of the upcoming events for Next Student Life?
I have a long, long list, but I will share the highlights. I believe you've already mentioned it, but we do have Hip Hop Now, which is evolution of hip hop coming up. It's going to be a really, really fun event with local artist John Hope, who also is a staff member of CCRI, by the way. And so please come to that. That should be streamed across the different campuses, but we are having it at the Hackett Theater. We are also hosting a student senate meeting. So student government is going to be having our first senate meeting this year, coming up on Friday. And then our office is also hosting something called a badge program. So we will be doing an involvement badge program where the more students attend different events or get involved in clubs, they'll earn a badge. At the end of this semester, they will be honored at a reception with a certificate and be entered to win what I like to think is a very nice prize, but I can't reveal it just yet. So we have a ton of stuff coming up. Please check our Instagram out. That'll help. And we have event calendars across campus too that tell you like a monthly scope of what we're doing.
So can you find these events anywhere else other than the calendars, and where are the calendars found?
So we have been giving them out at various events. We have also posted them on the different bulletin boards. Each event that we have gets its own flyer too. So check out the different bulletin boards. Our social media is where we pretty much post about everything that's happening, so keep an eye on that. Our Instagram, and then if you're just ever curious about anything that Student Life is doing, please email us. It's studentlife@ccri.edu, especially if you're interested in joining a club or creating a club, because you can absolutely create your own, and we'd love to help you with that.
That's great. And do you have any quick little final messages to say before we wrap things up?
Please come to our events, get involved, make time of what you will while you're here, have fun with it. So come to our events. That's what we're here for.
All right. And I just want to say thank you all for watching another episode of CCRI Today. You can find more episodes, student films, and live sporting events at ccri.edu/channel. I'm Morgan Judd with the CCRI channel, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us during this episode.
You are watching the CCRI channel from the Community College of Rhode Island, online at ccri.edu/channel.